Hello there. Frank Zarilla here, Zor Capital, Sunday the 7th, doing a quick video in regards to some weekly charts of interest. For those of you who don't know who I am an advisor. I manage money for separate accounts through Interactive Brokers. And today what we're going to look for is, we're going to look at some weekly charts. Weekly charts are great for the working people who don't have time to look at daily charts or intraday charts because they're busy working. And it's also a great complement for the swing trader, okay? Because normally as swing traders, what you're looking for, you're looking to capture a short-term move of roughly anywhere between 3 to 10 days. So it's like having the bakery where you're selling muffins and coffee, but every now and then you want that wedding cake order so you can try to get that big money and catch a big trend. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the stocks that we mentioned on Twitter over the last couple of weeks on a weekly basis. The first one is Amgen. Amgen has been trading sideways for 3 years, okay? Here you have a pattern of lower highs, which is interesting because the pattern of lower highs, all that means is that the buyers and sellers here, they found equilibrium, and now the buyers are finally starting to get antsy, and they're not allowing the stock to get down to the lower end of the box. Okay, so we got long the stock at 12.15 when they printed an inside week, and we got long once it went through it. The stock still looks good. I might add a little bit more if it goes through 181. When you're doing weekly trades, your stops are a little bit longer because you're looking for a bigger move. So the stop here, if you wanted to give them room, is roughly 168. If you wanted to play it tight, then I would recommend 173. NTR used to be potash, trading sideways for a long time, roughly about 2 years of sideways action. But notice here in the last 3 months how it wasn't trading as loose. It really tightened up here. We got involved in 1990. The stock did a reverse split. So it was right over here on the week of 12.15, roughly call it 1990. Should have been like 49.90, something like that. The stock is acting really well. The yellow and red lines, the 10-week and 20-week moving average. Now notice how the sellers were in control. Every time it got to the 10-week moving average or the 20-week moving average, they were selling it. It just sold off. And then look at the character change, how now these averages are acting as support. That's what you call a possible character change with the averages. Steel Dynamics sideways for a whole entire year. We got involved right over here as it was breaking this box at 39.44. Nice run so far to 45.60. Stop goes right over here at 35.80. What you might want to consider doing is very simply, you take the difference between your buy price and your actual stop loss, and then you add it to the buy price, and then that's pretty much your first target where you might consider taking a quarter to half off and then letting the rest run. But again, this stock was trading sideways for a year. It's probably going to trend a little bit, for a couple of months. I would love to see some back and filling here to buy some more. WPM, it's an okay chart. You see the 10-20 week, they're hugging. We got involved right over here, 12.11 and 21.38. Still looks okay. Slow mover. SunCoke Energy, looks okay. We got involved here, 11.61, looking good. And Perrigo, very similar to potash. Down. Look at this 10 and 20 week moving average. Resistance all the way down. Here's a final shakeout. And then now you look at, here it's loose. Okay? And here, look how it starts to tighten up over the last 3 months. Look at the 10 and 20 week moving average are now acting as support. We're long the stock at 88.94 as it broke this inside week high, and it looks good. It's got further room to run. Now for this week, we only have 3 names. Just because the market has been on the tear. But either way, JSO looks okay. Inside week here is 749. My buy stop would be 759. Stop here at 720. This looks good on the daily chart as well. OTEX looks good in the daily chart as well, but on a weekly basis, sideways for 11 months. Big move here that actually broke this box but came back in. I like the stock going to 35.07, which is this high. Buy stop 35.17. But more than likely, I'm going to cheat on the daily chart and buy some through 34.51, and then possibly double up once it goes through 35.07 on a weekly basis. Weight Watchers, very similar to OTEX, looks great on the daily chart. Printed an inside day. I'm more than likely going to cheat here and buy some at 47.04. a buy stop if it doesn't gap up. But here is a weekly chart, 10-20 week moving average acting as support sideways for 5 months, inside week. On a weekly basis, you go long at 48.44 and you put a stop at $43 a share. And again, this weekly charts are great for the working guy who doesn't have time to swing trade, but also the swing trader who's out there, getting their 10-15% on a consistent basis. They might want to go shoot for something a little bit bigger. The weekly chart's going to do it for you. And like I said before, you're selling muffins and coffee in a coffee shop or in a bakery. You want that wedding cake order every now and then. So trade them well and be well.